Hey, I'm Murley with Belonging Wealth Management in Longview, Texas, and today I want to talk to you about 5 common financial planning mistakes we see people make when it comes to retirement planning. The first one on the list is not planning for taxes. Uh, Something that we always tell our clients is deferring equals delaying, not eliminating. Tax planning is one of those things that will allow you to have more control over when your money passes through the tax filter, because we know every single dollar that you earn is going to pass through a tax filter at some point. Whether it's in a retirement account or you're putting in an investment account, it's going to pass through a tax filter at some point. And so the tax planning aspect allows you to have more control over when those dollars pass through the tax filter. The second thing we see people kind of making mistakes or not having a lot of clarity on is maximizing their Social Security benefits. And this is one of the things where maybe you've gotten advice or input from a family member or a friend that's already on Social Security. But one of the things we always tell our clients is Social Security decisions are hypersensitive to your unique situation. So just because it worked for your friend or a family member doesn't mean it's going to be the correct or applicable decision for you. Their earnings may have been different than yours. Their life expectancy, their current health situation may be different than yours. And so Social Security benefits are very, very sensitive to your unique situation. And so we always encourage clients to say, hey, let's take a look at the data. Let's look at the numbers. And there is a behavior aspect in electing Social Security. But it's one of those things where if you will take an open mind and just sit down and look at all the information, the hard data, but then also your own personal preference, it's an area where you can incorporate into a tax plan. The third area we see people not having a lot of clarity on is how to account for IRMA. What IRMA is it's a fee on top of your premiums for Medicare Part B and Part D. And this fee is determined on your income level in retirement. So it's another factor that we build into our retirement plans. So people will have some clarity and fidelity on, okay, here's what this is going to mean. Here's how this is going to impact me in retirement. The fourth area where we see people is not having a withdrawal plan. And we always tell people, how you take money out of your retirement accounts is just as important as putting money into your retirement accounts. Because once you get into retirement, and especially once you reach your RMD age, how you're pulling that money out and when you've pulled that money out and what accounts you're pulling it out of are going to impact your taxes. And so this is where the tax planning I mentioned earlier comes into play. Knowing when and how you're withdrawing that money is critical to the efficiency and the clarity and usefulness of your plan. So the final area where we see people making mistakes or getting caught up in the emotions is chasing investment returns. And this is one of those things where it's easy to listen to the news and hear, oh no, the stock market's doing this, the stock market's doing that. But what we always try to do and what we encourage our clients to do and the way we function as a business is we build our retirement plans around you and your lifestyle, not around your investments. And so what we do is obviously we incorporate the investments into the plan, but the plan drives the investments, not the investments driving the plan. And so whenever you're looking at investments, you just want to make sure that the investments are custom fit to your plan. So those are 5 of the kind of common areas where we see people making innocent mistakes. And so if you have any questions about those 5 or you want to talk with us further, feel free to reach out to us on our website. It's belongingwealth.com. Or you can give us a call. It's 903-471-0624.